Hi, welcome to another reading. Today we're going to look at how your person saw you in the beginning. So what were their first impressions of you versus how they see you now. You have 3 piles to choose from. We have pile 1, malachite crystal, with the beautiful Muse tarot. We have pile 2, rhodonite crystal, with My Way Tarot. This is one of the tarot cards I created. And we have the Dalmatian Jasper in pile 3 with the original Rider-Waite Tarot. Bear in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything might resonate, and this is also a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, it should resonate to a certain extent. If you need to pause the video to pick your pile, you can do that now. If not, see you in your pile. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose this beautiful malachite crystal, this green color with this turquoise color of the cards. And I see that there is a lot of heart energy, like heart chakra energy with all the greens and the pink here. So we're going to take a look at how your person saw you in the beginning, what were their first impressions of you. We're going to do that on the left here, and then we're going to take a look at how this person views you now on the right. We're going to start with oracle cards and then clarify with the tarot cards you have chosen. So let's see. What was their first impression of you, pile 1? What was their first impression of you? What do you need to know here? So we have ignorance is bliss. What was their first impression of you? Pile 1, we got too many. I'm only looking for 1, 2 at the most. So what was their first impression of you? Pile 1. Okay, we have hitched. And one more. What was their first impression of you? We have unhealthy. I need help. Interesting. So what I'm getting here in pile 1 is that you, pile 1, at the time that you met this person, you were probably married or in some serious relationship. So you were committed in a way to somebody. And I feel that this person attracted you. And I feel like some of you here had an affair with this person. And you thought that everything was going to end up well. So this person saw you in a relationship you're not happy in. They saw that you wanted out, but you didn't know how to do it. And one of the ways that you tried to escape from your sadness and from that relationship is by getting involved with this person. And I think that this person knows from the start, and they even knew from the start, that what they're getting themselves into with you, it's probably not a good idea, but they still did it. They still decided to do it. And the thing that I feel is different for your person is that they knew what the consequences might be from this, but you didn't. And this person saw you as somebody who is very ignorant, who is not aware of what your actions might cause in the future. But still, this person decided to let you learn through experience. And they saw that you had some unhealthy patterns and unhealthy attachment to this person you were involved with. And that you were maybe ignorant to what you need to do to resolve this in a proper manner. And I do feel that they thought of you as somebody who is stuck in their situation and is not willing to to change anything. And in a way, I feel they let you stay that way. They let you be the same way, but they ended up having an affair or getting involved with you nevertheless. Maybe that was even something that attributed to the possibility of you two getting together. So maybe they withheld what they saw was wrong here in order for you to be interested in them as well. This is what I'm getting. Let's take two more. What are their first impressions of you? We have the runner. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. And one more. We have love. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. So this person saw from the start that you were not going to be a person that they can form any type of long-lasting relationship because you have already been in one. And you knew that you were not going to risk everything because of them. They knew that you were going to stay in that relationship. And then you were just going to listen to your ego, to your thoughts, to your insecurities about the changes that might be necessary to make here. But they still felt like they were attracted to you and you were attractive. So definitely there is huge attraction here. And this is one of the reasons this person actually pursued anything with you here, because you were way too good of a catch for them to miss out here. But again, I do feel that they could have communicated better and maybe tell you where this will be leading to. Because I feel like you now have a much bigger problem than you had when you met this person. This is what I'm heavily getting here. But let's clarify with the tarot to see what was their first impression of you, Pile 1. What was their first impression of you? We have the Knight, no, that's the King of Wands. I need to move this here. So the King of Wands. What else? We have, the Ten of Materials. This is the Ten of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. And one more, the Ten of Inspiration, which is the Ten of Wands. So absolutely, I see you being already involved or even having a family, having a husband or a wife. So you are somebody who was definitely hitched already. And unfortunately, your relationship with that person had a lot of turmoil. You had a lot of ups and downs and you were already very tired. You maybe even wanted to end things. You felt like it's all just too much. But instead of resolving the relationship with that person, you decided to act on your impulses. You decided to find somebody else or succumbed to their courtships. So this person definitely wooed you. This is what I'm getting. And because you didn't know any other way of dealing with the situation, you decided to involve yourself with them. And because of that, I feel that this person knew from the start that you were an easy prey because you had these problems within your existing relationship. And I don't think that this person used you in a way of them thinking they could just get whatever they want and then leave. But I do feel that they took advantage of you being weak, of you not being in your full power, in your resources. And they basically, they used that. They used your situation to get what they wanted with you. So I definitely think that they wouldn't have the chance to be with you if you were in a better state, if there was a better phase in your life at that moment, because they knew that you were not somebody who was willing to invest. Maybe they tried to persuade you into being with them even prior to this situation, but you always said no because your relationship was strong. But in this phase of your life, you were somebody who needed help. You were somebody who had a lot of problems within your existing relationship. And unfortunately, this person was a perfect way out, a perfect way to relax, to let go of all the burdens, all the responsibilities, all the hardships that you felt within your relationship. And this person, in a way, took their shot with you. This is quite interesting, I have to admit. I didn't expect something like this to come up, but I'm always intrigued by what stories I get to hear through tarot. I mean, I do hear a lot of interesting stories when I do coaching sessions as well, but there's always something beautiful, and this is why I love working with people whose main topic are connections. There's always something beautiful when you see both sides of the story. You know, when one person tells their side and the other person tells their side, then you see that the truth is somewhere in between. It's never black or white. And this is one of my fascinations with relationships, because it's never what it seems. There's always a gray area in between. But let's take a look at how this person views you now, how they see you now. Pile 1. What do we need to know? So we have clouded judgment. How do they see you now, pile 1? How do they see you now? We have heart on lockdown. And let's take one more. How do they see you now, pile 1? We have committed. Until death do us part isn't enough. This just got more interesting. So I do feel that at some point this person tried to convey you to end your relationship, to end the marriage and the partnership or whatever this relationship was, in order for you to pick them. But instead of that, you closed your heart. You felt like you were just shoved in a corner with no way out. It's like you didn't have your own free will to decide what you want to do with this. Maybe this person even blackmailed you into being with them, in terms of, I will tell your husband, or I will tell your boyfriend, or whatever happened. I feel like this person gave you like an ultimatum and made you choose where you didn't want to choose. And I feel that you decided to stick to what you know, and you decided to stick to your marriage, to your relationship. And you closed your heart to this person entirely, which is interesting, because this is what this person was trying to avoid all this time, because they knew you would run. They knew that you wouldn't commit to them. They knew that you would lock your heart and not let them in. And this is why I feel that they took their shot when they had it with you. And I feel that some of you wouldn't even have been with this person if you hadn't been in this rough patch. This is what I'm getting. And some of you maybe feel guilty and feel a bit of resentment towards yourself because you decided to be with this person. I'm not here to blame anyone. I'm not here to tell you you did something wrong. I'm here to bring you some awareness on this topic. And I do feel that my personal feelings about this topic shouldn't matter here, because they are mine, not yours. But I can offer you the notion of that everything in life that happens, especially when something bad happens, when somebody treats us badly, it's usually because they haven't felt quite good themselves. They felt like they lacked something. They felt like they didn't have certain resources and abilities that were necessary in that situation. And even though that is not an excuse for doing something like adultery or maybe lying or anything else, but still, maybe, just maybe, your person would understand if you were to explain what drove you to this person and to succumb to their advancements. Okay, I'm not suggesting you should do anything, but in case something happens, in case this person, your person, finds out, maybe to talk it out, just to explain to them, especially because when people go through situations where their partner cheated on them, usually the person that was cheated on blames themselves as if there's something wrong with them. And I feel that you do have the responsibility to say that it was you who felt bad. Yes, of course, you had a rough patch with this person, but there were other ways of resolving the situation besides adultery. Okay, this is what I'm trying to get across. Maybe tell to this person, you are behaving in this way, and that behavior hurt me. It made me feel this way, and this is why I decided to do this. I didn't know any better. Okay, it's very important not to blame this person as they're the one that is faulty here, but maybe try to explain that certain behaviors they showed you made you feel in a certain way that led you to these types of decisions. So instead of blaming, talking about you did this, it was your fault, start talking in a way that removes guilt from the person and say, you acted, or your behavior in that situation, which was blah, 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 made me feel blah, 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 blah. Okay? I hope you guys get me. So I think that this type of communication will get you a lot further, and it will actually allow you to resolve this situation in one way or the other. But this person does see you staying committed to your marriage, to your relationship, to that person, and closing your heart and not allowing them to influence you anymore. They do feel like you are having a clouded judgment, like you don't see what's wrong here. And maybe there is something wrong here, but you are the one who needs to see it, not this person. They shouldn't have the last say here, okay? You should have the last say in your connection and in your life and in your relationships. Let's see what else. How do they see you now? Pile 1. Boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure, issues. Yes, I do feel that you have decided to pursue your existing relationship and you decided to close the chapter with this person. But this person has been having troubles putting this relationship behind them. So they actually have closure issues here because they're not willing to accept that you decided to stay here instead of choose them or just end this relationship. I feel like they would be happy even with you ending this relationship because they would feel like they have a better chance of getting you than the way it is now. And I do feel that they have a big problem with you not picking them, not choosing them. Let's see what else. How does this person see you now? We have the karmic relationships. Fleeting triggers turmoil, resentment lessens letting go and loving you. So definitely this person does resent you in a way because you showed them that you cannot be manipulated, at least not all the way. They didn't get what they wanted from you. And they're trying to trigger you. I feel like they're doing things to trigger you, to trigger a response so that you would act and you would do something about this situation. But I feel like you're actually holding yourself together quite well here. And I feel like this connection might actually be a karmic connection. So changing this connection with this will not bring you any benefit. This is what I'm seeing. Not benefit in terms of your happiness, but of course every relationship gives us lessons, and you can take a valuable lesson, even 3 or 4 from this situation that will benefit you in the long run. But let's see what else. How do they see you now, Pile 1? How do they see you now? We have the Wheel. We have the Moon. Wow, 2 major arcanas. And the Lovers, 3 major arcanas. I cannot believe this. And on the bottom of the deck, the Star, the 4th major arcana. So definitely this is something major. So the path you went through when you first met them to where you are now is very significant for both of you here, but especially your person. Your person sees you taking charge of your life, but they deem this as you going into the wrong direction. So from their point of view, you have decided to stay in the same place, in the same problematic situation and not change anything. But I feel that from your point of view, you actually did something. You actually took charge. Whereas in this situation, you were swept off your feet in a situation where you felt weak, when you couldn't think straight. And this person now has no entry point, no access to you whatsoever with the Moon here. And you have totally closed yourself off from this person. You're not letting them in. You're a big mystery to them at the moment. And they see you choosing your partner rather than choosing them. You have decided which path you want to go, and it's just killing them. It's just killing them because they were sure that if they were able to get you at least once, you would decide to ditch this person and hook up with them and be with them. What an interesting pile. What interesting energies. Let's take a few messages from this person, from my deck, his side of the story, to see what this person would say if they could. What would they say to you now if they could? What do you need to know? We have, I'm mad at you. Of course, this is what I was saying. They're mad because they weren't the chosen one, because you decided to stay in the same situation with the same partner. And they were so set on getting you to leave the situation and be with them. So they are mad. What else? I'm thinking of you. Yeah. This person thinks of you a lot. This person is in a way hooked on you. And I do not mean that it is a healthy thing for some of you. I feel it is becoming a bit of an obsession. So do watch out for this person. This doesn't pertain to all of you, of course, but do watch out if this person starts to be a bit aggressive or assertive in a way that makes you uncomfortable. Distance yourself from this person. This is what I'm getting. What else? What would this person say to you if they could? You're all I've ever wanted. Yeah, this person thinks that you have everything they imagined in a partner. And them not having you is the ultimate betrayal. And I feel that this person does have some tendencies to be aggressive. So do watch out, Pal One. I definitely mean this. It's not so uncommon for me to get certain emotions from the readings that are in time proven correctly. And do watch out for this person, because I feel that their anger might drive them to some extents that you wish to avoid. We have 2 more. With you, I feel like a kid again, and you make me feel so vulnerable. So this person is definitely, even though they're the ones that actually manipulated you, they're in a way obsessed with you because they need you. As much as you need them, they need you. It's like they have codependent issues. So they are codependent here. And even though it seems like this person has the higher ground, like this person has some power over you, they do not. They just assert themselves as very powerful, very loud, very aggressive, but they're just as codependent as you were before. So keep an eye on this person. I feel like they might do something soon that you won't be happy about. This is just a bit of a warning. It might not resonate with all of you, but if it does resonate, remember that this person might go to great lengths to achieve what they want, and they want you. My dear Pal 1, this was your reading. I hope this resonated and I hope this helped. And I do hope that I see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi Pal 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the Rhodonite crystal and My Way Tarot cards. This is a deck created by me. So if you guys like it, you can check out the description box where you can find the link to purchase my cards. Today we're going to take a look at your person's first impressions of you. I'm going to take a look at the left, how they perceived you in the beginning, and on the right, we're going to take a look at how they see you now. We're going to start with oracle cards and then later clarify with the tarot. So let's see, Pal 2. Their first impressions of you. What was their first impression of you, Pal 2? What do we need to know here for you guys? Their first impressions of you. Regret, impossible. So I did the same topic on my creation channel today, and this was the card I also got for Pile 2. It was a different deck though, so I do feel that the energies will be different for you guys, but it's still so interesting to see the similarities. What was their first impression of you, Pile 2? Love potential. Okay, and one more. What was their first impression of you, Pile 2? We have envy. Every single day I feel worse about myself and my choices. What I'm getting here is that you guys probably had a one-night stand with this person. This is what I'm getting from this. And you had an instant regret because I do feel like you know each other from before. Either you were friends or acquaintances. I don't get that you are somebody who just met this person at the time that you were together. I do feel like this becomes relevant. Their first impressions of you become relevant at the point when you had that interaction with them, that one night stand or maybe a date or whatever it was. And some of you might even had a relationship then, and you probably cheated on your boyfriend or girlfriend with them. But for others of you, it was not that. It was just you regretted actually having a one-night stand with this person because you're not the type of person who usually does that, or you didn't want to have that with this person. However, I do feel like this person saw you as somebody who does have potential for something more. Maybe they perceived you that you would be a person for a one-night stand, and after they had that with you, they perceived you as somebody who can actually be a boyfriend or girlfriend material. And I do feel that they saw you feel worse and worse about yourself every day because your interaction here happened. So if it's not a one-night stand, don't take it as such, of course. Take it how it resonates, but I definitely feel like there was some interaction between you that you, Pal 2, started to regret instantly. You started to regret that it happened in first place. And it started to eat you up inside, even though this person thought of you as a great potential. Maybe this was somebody who tried to be with you for ages and you just weren't interested. And at one point you decided to to see what would happen, or maybe you were bored, or maybe you felt lonely, and you decided to be with this person, and then you had instant regret. But this person was attached to you immediately. And I felt like they started even pursue you after you decided not to get involved with this person. This is what I'm getting here. It's like this person is in a way forcing, like they wanted to force this relationship to happen. It's in a way similar energy to pile 1, but not entirely. So if you were drawn to pile 1 as well, you might check that out. Let's see what else. What was their first impression of you, pile 2? We have the butterfly. Relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. One more. What was their first impression of you, pile 2? Engagement ring, engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. Yes, it's like I feel like this person immediately started picturing your life together, like the house, the white picket fence, the dog, the car, everything. It's like this person jumped the gun. It's like they jumped at the opportunity to have you and to lead this relationship into something more serious, which you were not even thinking about or ready for or even wanting to have with this person. I'm saying it again, this is very similar to pile 1, not entirely, but it does have certain energies that are connected here, so maybe do check it if you feel like so. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say about this. Their first impressions of you, pile 2. We have the Knight of Pentacles. What else? Their first impressions of you. The Queen of Pentacles, of course. This person is kind of, I don't want to say it because I'm not usually a mean person, and we have the Temperance, but they seem a bit pathetic. It's like in the movies when you have that one guy that becomes obsessive and like lives in the illusion that you are the right for them and starts acting really weird. It's like they perceived you to be their pair. They wanted to invest in your relationship, and they saw you as a wife material or a husband material. That definitely is present here. And I feel like you were very kind to them. Even though you felt like this was a mistake, you were still very kind. And unfortunately, your kindness was not something that allowed you to distance yourself from this person. It actually allowed this person to pursue this even more. And this person kind of took it as their own assignment to make you feel better. And they started really obsessing about you. And they thought they saw you as somebody who is their perfect fit. And if only you two were together, everything will be perfect for you. And they felt like you would feel better if you decided to be with them. It's not like everyone who chooses pile 2 will have this amount of obsessive behavior here, but I do feel that for a lot of you, this person went too far. For the small amount of you here, this person was just very sure of what they wanted for themselves in their life, and that you are a person that they consider to be a perfect fit. And they were maybe coming on a bit too strong, but they were sure of you being their partner. So they wanted to get you and you only, not anybody else. And for some of you, I do feel like this person went too far into some obsessive behaviors, which were not quite healthy here. It's like this person didn't even see you for who you are. It's like they were obsessed with you or what they think that you represent. This is what I'm getting off their first impressions of you. So let's see how they see you now. So this was quick. We have 2 cards. I'm going to take both of them. So we have the timeout and steady now. How do they see you now? We have feminine. And one more. How do they see you now? Compassion. Thank you for caring when no one else did, when nobody else did. Well, I do feel that their wish or their advancements towards you have been delayed or have been stopped or quitted completely. So they did decide to slow down, and for some of you I feel that they recognize that they took it too far. For some of you, you were somebody who really knew how to connect with them and to explain them, and for some of you, maybe small amount of you, you had to maybe even involve the police here. This is really strange what I'm getting. I hope you guys are okay, because the feeling that I'm getting is not pleasant at all. And this is what made your person stop pursuing this in such a vigorous way. But I do still think whichever scenario happened for you from those 3 that I just mentioned, I feel that this person does see you as very feminine, as very nurturing, as very supportive, and with compassion, as we see here at the end. So you did act very kind. You were kind to this person, regardless of what they did, regardless of what they said, regardless of their actions towards you. Even for those who had maybe bigger problems with this person, you were still very kind to this person. And this person cherishes that. They see that you are kind in your nature. Let's see what else. How do they see you now? What do we need to know? I don't know if it'll fit at the end. We have hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, and working on it. Oh God, sometimes in these readings when I get this awful feelings, I wish to warn you guys, but I don't want to make a fuss because this might only have to do with a few of you here. For the rest of you who are watching, this might be a benevolent situation. And we have heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. So definitely this person sees you as somebody who decided to not allow them to pursue you, not to allow this relationship to grow. You're in a way sabotaging it from their perspective, of course, and not allowing it to evolve into something more, to go to the next phase. And this person is somebody who is deeply hurt, but they think, unfortunately, I do feel like there is this obsessive part here. This person thinks that you're just putting an act and that you do want them. And this is why I'm a bit of afraid. This is why I have this very, very unpleasant energy around this, because I feel like this person will not stop. They might stop for a while, but they will not stop. They will be persistent, and they see you as somebody who needs them. This is the problem. They see you as somebody who needs them. But you don't need them. You need them to leave you alone. This is what I'm getting. Or at least if you don't need them to leave you alone, you need them to come with different energy and different approach. Very strange. Let's see what else. How does this person see you now? How does this person see you now? Pile 2. Nothing like the reading I did on my creation channel. We have the Sun. We have the 7 of Pentacles. Why is this card here? So this is my deck, her side of the story. These are messages. And sometimes these cards get mixed up with my tarot cards. But I'm going to read the message exactly as it says. I'm going to translate for you guys because I feel it might be relevant. It came out under the feminine, so I'm going to keep it here. Sorry for all the cards, but I do feel this unsteady, uneasy energy for you guys. How do they see you now, pile 2? We have the 10 of Wands, and let's take one more. We have the 9 of Pentacles. So definitely they see you being better because they are out of your life, because they have stopped pursuing you. They have been removed from your life. You're doing better. And they see you as not wanting to invest in this relationship anymore. And they see you doing well. They see you being happy and satisfied and better than you were before. And it's really killing them inside. Because in their mind, you cannot be happy without them. And this is why I have trouble here with this person, because I don't feel this is quite healthy. And this is why I'm a bit worried for you. And with the compassion, I feel like this person sees you as somebody who is self-sufficient, and they don't want you to be that way, because if you're self-sufficient, they cannot offer you anything. So they need you to be weak. They need you to be dependent because they want you to need them. And with this card, I'm going to translate what it says. So this is my deck, so her side of the story. I do have it in English as well, but I guess this card wanted to pop out for some reason. So I can't trust myself anymore. So I can't even trust myself. I can't trust anybody else, but I can't even trust myself as well. And this is the main problem. Because I feel like with this person, you were trying to be nice and it really ended up badly for you. And you still feel like you need to be kind to this person. And this is where you have trouble trusting yourself with that feeling, because you know that this person will take it the wrong way. They will take it as a green light to approach you. You're not the type of person who is mean. And I feel that your kindness can sometimes get the best of you, or to put you in situations where you're not going to end up being happy or safe or satisfied. So do think about how your compassion or kindness might be a bad thing, and how to maybe act differently to allow yourself to have better results with this. I'm going to pull a few messages from his side of the story. So this is matching decks. So this one's in English. This one's is unfortunately now in Croatian, but I do have the same one in English. And we're going to take a look at a few messages that your person wants to say. And I'm going to take just 3 cards. I took much more for pile 1, but I feel like 3 is maybe even too many, not to allow this person's energy to enter yours, because I do feel like you need to be detached here from this experience with this person to tell you the truth, pile 2. We have, I want you to know how much I care. Yes, they do care in an obsessive way, unfortunately. It keeps me up at night. Yes. So this is where I have trouble with this. It's not like a typical romantic story where the two of you are just different. Maybe the timing is off. Maybe you have certain insecurities and you cannot hit it off. It's not like that. This person is somebody who is so invested in you to the point that it is not healthy anymore. I don't know how to approach you exactly. Now they don't know, because you have shut yourself off. Maybe even got protection. And I don't trust you. Yeah. You did something, even though you were kind, you did something that hurt this person quite a lot. And you see, you don't even trust yourself here. So I feel like this is something that might need some professional help on their behalf, of course, and on their side. as well as on your side. Maybe you need to talk to somebody about this for them to help you close this story and to be able to move on with your life, because I do feel like this is a bit dark here and I do not like it. My dear pal, to take care, please take care with this and be mindful about what this person is doing and how are you contributing to this situation as well. Until next time, pal, to be safe. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Dalmatian Jasper and the original White Tarot. We're going to start with oracle cards. On the left, we're going to see their first impressions of you, and on the right, how they see you now. So let's jump right in. Pile 3. What was their first impression of you? What was their first impression of you? We have good vibes. Thank God. I have to tell you that the first 2 piles were very heavy, and I'm happy to start off with this type of energy. We will see where this takes us, but you're definitely a refreshment, pile 3. What was their first impression of you? What do we need to know here? We have casual dating. And one more. What was their first impression of you? Relaxed. I found peace again. Beautiful. So this energy is actually quite charming, because I feel like you were somebody who was in a good mood. You were always sharing good vibes. You were into casual dating. You were just trying to have fun. You felt relaxed. You wanted to see what's out there for you. Maybe to explore, maybe to experience, maybe to just simply date. Or maybe not even that. Maybe we're just happy being alone. But you were definitely in a good place. This is what I see. And I do feel like they liked that energy, that lighthearted energy you possessed. And I see all the yellows and the green, not green, but red, yellows and the reds here in this cards, which makes me believe that you were very positive, you were uplifting, and everybody wanted to be around you. You were very, very magnetic. So this was their first impression of you. But let's take a few more cards. What was their first impression of you, pal 3? The chaser in codependent relationships and fear of abandonment issue. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So you were definitely single. You came out of a relationship, or better yet, situationship, which tore you apart, and you were a chaser in that relationship. And after a while, you found your peace, but still you tend to mention those experiences to this person. You used to mention it to this person. So this is why they got the notion that you were the chaser. Even though you were always positive, good vibes, it's very casual, it's peace, everything's great. They did see that you were the kind of person that would end up being the chaser. So the one that fears being abandoned and actually gives too much. Let's see what else. What was their first impression of you, pile 3? The camera. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. But as well, I do see that this person saw in you a potential to really learn from everything you did wrong, everything you did or didn't do in that relationship, or maybe a few prior relationships that actually made you be the chaser. So when it comes to first impressions here, I see that this person was actually quite attracted to your energy, and they thought that every turmoil you've gone through is a thing you will be learning from, and in the future you will not have that type of problems. Let's see what else. How did this person see you at first? What was their first impressions of you? What was their first impression of you? We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords. And the Page of Cups. Yeah, you were somebody who was very generous, very fun to be with. You were open about everything. You could talk about all different topics without getting emotionally involved. You could just exchange ideas, exchange perceptions, points of views. You're a very good listener as well. And I feel like you didn't ask from this person anything. You were just happy to enjoy yourself, to have fun, to actually be happy again. And this is why I feel like this energy is very good. Like it is something to be attracted to, because you didn't have any expectations, you didn't have any demands from them. And this is why they felt so good in your company here. This is what attracted them to you, because you were so laid back. You were in a good place, you were happy, you were in peace, and you just decided to see where life will take you and do the best that you can. So very, very nice energy. But let's see how they see you now, pile 3. Let's see if anything has changed. How they see you now, pile 3. What do we need to know here? We have Nirvana. How did they see you now, pile 3? Plenty of fish in the sea. And one more. How do they see you now? Distracted. I can't get my mind off of you. So I feel like you are now somebody who has decided to actually date and find somebody who is the right fit for you. And you're in a really good place. You're actually exploring your options. You're not limiting yourself to anything. This person says that, and you're open to a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of experiences in order for you to get your perfect match. However, this person now sees you so invested into finding somebody for yourself that you're not even aware that this person wants to be with you. You're so distracted. This person became a person that you friend zoned, where they actually were invested in you. They actually wanted to be with you, and they do want to be with you now, but you in a way friend zoned them because they were with you and around you at the moment that you were going through this phase where you were starting to feel good again and starting to see what else is out there. And this person now wants to be with you, but you have friend zoned them and they don't know how to get out of the friend zone. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. We have the Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, and working on it. And how do they see you now? Let's take one more. Paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. So they definitely see you as happy, as fun, as playful. I feel like they do perceive you in the same way as they did in the beginning. But the thing that has changed is their feelings toward you, because here they didn't even express that much interest in being with you, because maybe they didn't feel it at that time, or maybe they didn't know how to express it. But now they feel like they want to be with you, but you're just not open to the idea. It's like every effort they make towards you, every step they take is sabotaged. It's in a way rejected by you without you even knowing, or for just a small amount of you. You know, and you're willingly doing this because you don't want their advancements. But I do feel that their perception of you haven't changed in a way that they feel like you're a different person. The thing that has changed here is their emotions towards you. This is quite interesting. Let's see what else. How do they see you now, pile 3? How do they see you now? Yeah, the 4 of Wands. We have the Star and the Judgment. Yeah. So they see you trying to find somebody for yourself, and they see you trying to find the perfect match for you, as I've already mentioned. But they're so, in a way, frustrated because you don't see them. You don't perceive them as a potential partner, nor do you see their quality. Like I said, you probably friend zone this person without even realizing their values, their attraction, and their willingness to commit to you. And they would so love you to see it, just to perceive them as a potential partner so that they can show you what they can do for you, for themselves, and for this connection. I do feel like this reading needed to be about their perception of you and the potential of your relationship, because their perception of you as a person hasn't changed that much. They saw you as beautiful and fun and magnetic from the start, and they see you the same way now, but they want to be with you. This is what has changed. They want to be with you, pile 3. And let's take a few messages. What would this person say to you now if they could? Let's see. What would they say to you, pile 3? I'm ready to fight for us. Yes, this person wants to be seen and heard by you. They want you to perceive them as a potential partner. They're ready to fight for this. I don't love you. Exactly. They don't love you when you ignore them. This is what I'm getting. They don't love you when you go with somebody else. I feel like it hurts them. When they see you with somebody else, it crushes their heart. It's like they resent you and love you at the same time. This is what I'm getting. My thoughts are getting the best of me. Yes, they're trying to, like you see here, I can't get you off my mind. So I can't get my mind off you. They're so involved in this that they're acting out. They cannot approach you in a proper manner because they are so frustrated with all the potential partners around you, all the guys or girls you are dating. And they're just infuriated. Is that even a word? I'm not sure. They're very mad. That's what I wanted to say. They're very like boiling inside. Do you want to meet up? Exactly. So they do want you to give them a chance. They do want to have a chance with you. And we have, I never meant to hurt you. Yes. So this person might act out because they're so frustrated with you dating other people. And they are just so desperate to get a chance with you, to show you who they really are and why they think that you two would be a good match. So my dear pile 3, this one's on you. You need to decide whether you want to give this person a chance or not. It's totally up to you. I feel like this person will not screw this up if they get the chance, but you never know until you try. And whether you two will be compatible or not will be seen when you give this person a chance. Until next time, pile 3.